most captivating podcast out there with your host, Lemiki. Finish him! What's good, people? Welcome. Pull up, share out. Y'all already know the good stuff. We got a fantastic situation today. I got to welcome two brand new people to the podcast. We're going to start off with the excellent artists in the building. AKA, I'm in Rome, Greece, and Paris. Holy damn. Yo, listen, man. Your vacation skills is great. It's my man from the Gaming Circle podcast, Mr. Everborn Saga. What's good with you, baby? How you been? What's popping?
I'm great because of this thing right here. But we will get into these.
Allies up.
Oh,
you already know, baby. You already know. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Allies in the building.
Ally Alliance, transform and roll out.
You know what we got to call it what it is. The number one OS in the world.
Ooh.
As it relates to gaming.
I can see the hate mail starting.
I'm not.
He ain't lying on the gaming. He ain't lying on the gaming.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And it don't matter what people's feelings are about it, right? Because these are the facts.
Wait. You got a Steam Deck, right?
Oh, of course I do.
Okay. Because some people think you're biased when you say things, because you're enjoying something,
How dare we?
You know what I'm saying?
All right. And in this right corner, we have my man. Welcome to the realm. But I call this dude classic like Reeboks. And for those that don't know, he's 5411 outside. One of the greatest host introduction MFers on the planet. It's my brother from the ILP. He don't need no introduction. Y'all know who he is. My man Cognito. What's good, bro?
What's good, bro? 108. What's up, man? I'm excited for this one, man. I'm excited. When you hit me up, I know my schedule's crazy, but I'm like, yo, I gotta make this one. I get to talk tech. I got everyone in the building. You know what I'm saying? It's ally season. You know, all my allies pulling up right now. Feeling real good. And I like the subject matter. 1 week after, right? And just to see how we're feeling, what we're doing. Salute to you, 108. Love what you're doing on the channel. Salute to the surgery, successful surgery. Yeah, I heard you.
And I got some great news today too.
Okay.
My God, you're back in the building.
Let's get it.
Can't wait to get back to work. Tired of sitting on the couch. It was cool gaming with everybody, but time to get that bread.
They said Cog is echoing. So they would check my level, make sure I'm okay. They said Cog is echoing.
Oh,
what up?
Hold on. I know what it is.
Good. I want to give
got him.
Double up.
Got him.
Got me?
Yeah, I had to meet you. Mic check. Your NDI. Got you.
Appreciate y'all. Salute for everybody in the chat, pulling up, talking some tech, talking some ROG ally. What's going on, man? 108.
Well, listen, man, let's get right to it, man. We know last week, Tuesday, very anticipated launch, worldwide launch. We know what the ally brought to the table, brought competition to the handheld market. We also had other Windows devices, the Iron Neos, the 1X players, but they like $1,400 of power. So this coming in at $700, 1080p, 120 hertz, variable refresh rate screen, FreeSync was a game changer, right? Steam Deck definitely set the standard on what it can be for price-wise on handhelds because it was easy and accessible. But now we have a new dog on the block, man. We got some issues. We got some great situations. We got the Windows versus Linux, that debate. But we're gonna start off with you, Everborn, man. What has been your experience with the device in this past week? Like generally, like what has it really been?
So, and this is like super important to me when I talk about this stuff, right? Like, what I look at in a device like this, I look at it as a stepping stone to where we want to be, which is what we want is for Microsoft to take this category seriously, right? And in order for that to happen, and when I say take this category seriously, I mean in the same way we had a tablet mode when Windows 8 came out, when they wanted to be touch first and things like that, we need a gaming mode so that when you have a device like this, you can just say, boom, press this button or flip this switch, and now I'm in gaming mode. So that we're not there, right? But this device, to me, is the closest to get us there, and there's a few reasons for that, right? First being the accessibility of the device, because you talked about the Iron Neo, right? You talked about the GDP one, I think it's called, or whatever it is. There's another one that's getting ready to come out. That's the AOK Zoe, I think it is. And so these things come out, but they come out, and this is no disrespect to those companies, right? They're small companies. They were doing this before Steam Deck was doing it. But they come out and you got to get it through crowdfunding and Kickstarter. They make a couple thousand, forget about it, move on to the next one. They cost because, again, it's a small footprint.
Right.
You don't have economies of scale, so they come out $1,000, $1,200, right? So what this does with the ROG, and that's just the preamble, right? The device itself, it comes out at the right price, right? $700, and it's really $630 if you bought it on the Best Buy joint.
Yeah,
when you use the Best Buy card.
I caught
right?
that late. I caught that
now.
I paid the whole thing,
right? But the point about that being the right price and being able to tangibly walk up to a thing, try it out on the display, have the store reps knowledgeable and tell you about it, that advances the ball forward into the mass audience, right? And just having that sort of, I know it's from Best Buy, but having that customer support and that the sort of Asus sort of distribution thing that can have this thing be everywhere at scale, that puts more confidence in the customer. So when we get to this device, I also have a Steam Deck, and that's how I was coming into it, right? And you're talking to a 100% console gamer, and I say that, and I got a 3080, right? And I had it. The only game I played on it was Cyberpunk because it wasn't working on the console right at the time when it dropped. And since then, it's been Series X, PlayStation. Since then, and now, and I'm being long-winded, but I'm gonna wrap this up, right?
No.
So,
Take your time, bro.
Get your bars off.
So the real point is, I got the Steam Deck, and that kind of turned me on to just the whole Steam ecosystem, and it was great. And I was buying more things, but since I do most of my gaming in the Xbox ecosystem, I was like, yo, I need Game Pass on this, right?
Natively.
Right. Well, so I started with the cloud, and that was the first experience to with XCloud, and they was like, all right, you got to go enter in the registry, and you got to type this in.
Yo, you got your certification or your programming for the XCloud? Right. Got to put it on Steam. You got to get a certification for that.
Yo.
And they try to act like it's simple.
Right. And this was the thing. I was like, all right. And once you get it up, it's working, you good. But I'm like, and then I got to go into Linux, right? And as I was saying in the green room, and by the way, like I'm a cloud engineer. I work with this stuff, but when I'm in Linux, it's command line. Like it's not not the GUI, right? Mm-hmm. So I know how to use Windows. I don't know how to use Linux. So when I get into Linux, I'm like confused because I'm doing Windows things there and it doesn't really work. So that experience wasn't great. And then I found out, okay, you can install Windows on the Steam Deck on another partition. I put it on the micro SD. I got the super fast micro SD. That was a terrible experience, just straight up, because you didn't have like the hardware buttons that we're going to get to. You didn't have a lot of these things. So now this thing comes out. And I try it. First of all, it's lighter. And by the way, I'm not even looking at the performance. A lot of people are looking at the performance on this thing. What I'm looking at is it good enough to get me that native Game Pass? Right? And so you download this thing, you do all your updates or whatever. All you got to do, and I'm going to show you right now. First of all, the fingerprint sign in.
Oh, fingerprint signing. Let's go.
Right?
Let's go.
Now, if you turn it on and you're right there, and I can restart this thing and you'll see, for all those people that think, oh, Windows is in your way, it's not.
Really not.
It's right there.
Right on
right?
Buddha.
So you can launch, what you want. Boom. I just launched the game. We right there. And anytime I want, we're going back to the I'm trying to.
You good.
Boom. Right back there. There's no getting lost in Windows. So all those people that try to fearmonger and say, oh, Windows, people don't want to do this. Can you press a button? Lemon, can you press a button?
Yes.
I'm just like, if you can press a button, then this is not too confusing.
Yo, that Aubrey Cray button talk right there.
Yeah. But
hold on. And then if you into that, boom, frame rate limiter.
Okay.
Boom. Yep. Turn on the RSR, right? Switch the resolution. You can do all those things, right? And so I think that idea of getting Windows out of your way with those hardware buttons, those two simple additions put you right there. And that's before you get to the fact that Windows handles external monitors better than Linux does. So when you connect this to a TV, your scaling is right automatically.
Wait. I'm gonna need you to repeat that because I was told I didn't know what I was doing when I hooked the Steam Deck up to my 8K TV. So can you please repeat that?
You're gonna get the deck after y'all.
Yeah, listen, because I was told, God, that I was tripping. And listen, you cannot take a 480i signal and put it on an 8K TV. It's gonna get exposed because they don't have enough pixels to finish the box.
Right.
Okay.
And it was any upscaling when you do
it was bad. And when I put my ROG on that mug, it was like Oh, console.
And
Whoa.
the ROG knows it automatically. It's already having lunch and tea with the TV. It's like, oh, this
Facts.
okay. I know who you are.
Facts.
How you been? How's the kids? Let's
What
go.
we doing
Let's
this?
present this thing. 120 frames,
Show this is.
right?
But this is a facts though.
No, so
Coming for them.
let me be clear. This smoke right now is all about my co-host on GCP.
I already know where this is going.
And I hope he is watching this. We call him the Steam Deck apologist.
Oh man.
And so it's a lot of and he's not alone.
Oh, he's not alone.
He's not alone. There's a lot of these people that's on the Valve payroll that's coming to slander the ROG ally. So what we are going to talk about today are the facts. That's all.
Yep,
That's all we're going to. So the other thing that I want to say feels great in the hand,
Yes.
right? And what the apologist will tell you is that it may have a better screen with a higher refresh rate and better performance, but if you turn down the TDP cog,
Right.
if you take it down to 10 TDP, then you're gonna get better battery life on the Steam Deck. You know what they don't tell you, Carl?
They don't break it down.
That better battery life is only about 20 minutes to a half hour. That's what they don't tell you.
So we doing it.
Right.
We doing the benchmarks now. Oh man.
Right.
Okay. You
So-
coming for them at all angles right now.
So this whole it performs better at lower wattage don't really like we can say that
You ain't gonna
sure.
give that 20 minutes. You ain't gonna give it.
No. I mean they can have the 20 minutes, but you know what I will have? I'll have my 1080p. I will have my native Game Pass. I will have an external GPU if I want. I will know how to deal with 4K TVs.
Kind of real.
Right? I will use an operating system that even though we want to pretend like it's not true, we all already know about. And that doesn't mean the
we're all
device
familiar
doesn't
with it.
have issues, but
Right.
I guess when we're talking about issues, we will come to that.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
that's just my opening. And I hope Kay Asante was listening.
Oh, you're gonna get a round of applause for that one. Nice. Dog, you're gonna have to come up through. Well, now let me give you a little backstory. My man Cobb, you know, it's my brother. He goes to the event in New York City, and I picked the phone up because I watched the video. I said, "No, it's not enough info here. How was the device?" So he broke it down, and he said to me, "I don't want my Steam Deck." And I said,
I did come home looking at my Steve Deck a little sideways.
I was like, I said, bro, so I'm sitting in the park eating 2 slices of pizza, yes, with mustard, Brownsville status.
oh man.
You know what I'm saying? So
I like pineapple on my pizza. So
I do
can
too,
adjust.
brother. I do
Okay,
too. But
okay.
Pineapple game.
they gonna come for us.
They gonna come for us. We riding.
Oh, wait a minute. Let them come.
We riding on that one. Continue.
So I told a couple of my people, I questioned my man for about an hour. He chopped it up with me. Then he had to go. I said, but I asked this man everything in the book under the sun because I'm a novice. I want to just pick up, be familiar in the environment, and play. I don't want to know command lines. I don't want to do. When I watched the video to put Game Pass on the Steam Deck, I said, I'm out. That was it for me. I said, I'm not buying that. Like this, I don't like Linux, right? And I think it's a great device. Don't never get up. I'm a tech guy.
Absolutely.
I love the next new tech gadgets. I got so much stuff I don't need. Like, come on. But Cog, just give them your experience from that whole event to the launch window that we got now, and just give them what is your perception and perspectives on this device.
Yeah, coming into it, super excited about the potential, right? We love competition in space. I have a Steam Deck, and like to Everborn's point, it's a really solid device. We love the trackpads, we love what it offers, we love the OS, the ease of use. But for me, as a guy who primarily games on Game Pass, primarily, when I do use PC, I use multiple storefronts. I'm not locked into Steam. So seeing a device that gives me that flexibility, like one of the most beautiful things right now is this picture to me right now, where it's like you got Steam Deck, you got Xbox, I got Battle.net down at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? You got all these different storefronts to give me the flexibility of where I want to game. And like you said earlier, it's like, no disrespect to XCloud. It's great if you're in a networking environment and, your Wi-Fi and everything, your bandwidth is great. But for me, that's not the ideal place to play my experience. I would like the native experience. So the first thing that excited me was to see Microsoft's kind of backing and cohesion with the unit, as if they were promoting this almost as if it was the Xbox handheld, so to speak. So I go to the event and I came in, I would say like a little skeptical because I just wanted to see, and getting my hands on the device just was really blown away. And at the time, I was like Forza Horizon 4. It was Ghost Runner. They had a bunch of different games. They had Genshin Impact, Street Fighter. And I was impressed. I was like, wow, this is really impressive. All the stats we already know, the 120 hertz, the VRR, the 500 nits, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, man, this got a lot of potential. And like Everborn said, the first thing you notice off the bat, how light the device is. Really light. Then if you're an Xbox fan, the offset analogs, that's a huge deal for FPS.
Yes.
For FPS, this is a beast. Y'all know I play my Destiny. A lot of experiences, portable, you're like, okay, it's serviceable. No, not with the Ally. Not only am I getting my 60 frames, then you can tweak as much as you want. I was getting 120 down, put it down to 720p, messing around with AMD at RSR and getting more performance out of it, right?
Yes.
So the thing is, it's a configuration beast. It's a beast as far as the pure playing of video games. If your focus is the playing of video games, there is nothing right now, few things out here that's doing this better. So that was my thing. Another thing we're not going to give credit. The sound on this device
God,
is absolutely spectacular. When that Dolby Atmos is in there, bro, just regular.
And I'm not an Atmos fan.
Bro, this
is incredible.
Medium 50, 60 volume level. I'm like, bro, you gotta calm down, Ella.
Yes.
You do it. It's like an orchestra up in here. It's really impressive. So, again, left the event. Obviously, excited for the pre-orders. You go get the Best Buy. I got it. And yeah, immediately I just started testing a whole bunch of games. I started going through, the lineup. And the standout for me right now, obviously, I'm a Destiny guy. It was tremendous. Cyberpunk is outstanding. And I play Cyberpunk consistently I go back and forth between my S, my X, and then the Steam Deck. And the Steam Deck,
cloud saves?
Cloud saves, brother. Cross progression with the that's one of the few PC games. That's why I love it so much. Not only is it a good benchmark tester, but you can play it and continue wherever you want. That's awesome. Shout out to CD Projekt Red. So yeah, it's past all my initial impressions with Flying Colors. Now, obviously, there are some negatives. I'm not going to sit there and say there are not, but to me, it's like we all talked about. Windows from a familiarity standpoint. Yes. As long as you understand that this is a Windows device first, you will be okay and your knowledge will get you through. Now, for some who are coming in as it's a pure handheld, like it's a Nintendo Switch and I'm just going to move around and this is not that. This is not that. The hard way. It's going to be a little learning curve for you. Yeah. But once you get past that initial learning curve, and you set things up, like Everborn said, everything, one button, going back and forth with your shortcut keys. These shortcut keys are vital, getting to your desktop, moving around, taskman, all that stuff. And the last thing I'll say for people who are getting it is, again, treat it like a Windows device. Do your Windows updates. Do your My Asus app updates, your AMD updates, your Windows Store. Treat it like a PC first, and then you'll have the functionality you need. But my overall initial impressions, very impressive. We'll get to the nitpicks and the negatives.
Now, Cog, I got one quick question for you. I know you said the 1080p and all of that. Mm-hmm. Can you or Lemon? Can you guys tell me how does the Steam Deck perform when you switch it to 1080p?
Why are we doing
No, I'm just asking. These are the questions.
Yeah, these are real questions. Performance. We know the performance.
My man Kale Santi's looking me up in the yellow pages from my phone because he want to put me on. I'm not taking this.
Not only do you get the performance dip, you're not getting the frame rate as well, and it's just so critical. It's night and day. So yes, if I play Cyberpunk is, to me, that's like the crisis right now, right? Like that's my little, benchmark. We're going to push a system. We're going to push this portal. We're going to see what it do. And bro, it is night and day. So you are right, Everborn. 1080p on this device, and you're still maintaining solid frame rates for the most part. And then you can eke it out and tweak more to get even more performance. it's a game changer. And 120 hertz with the VRR, with the smoothness, woo. Now, battery life, withstanding, but
So listen, you
I'm
want
with-
power?
yeah.
Comes great responsibility.
Facts.
So
So
the thing is, what I do want to say, like real talk aside, because I actually like really love the Steam Deck, and when people were telling me, like a lot of people ask me because I have both, they're like, well, which one should I get? And I said, if you only live in Steam, get the deck, because especially if you like me and you're not really used to gaming on PC, right? If you want a console experience and you're only gonna live in Steam, I think the Steam Deck is fantastic. But as soon as you go into Linux and you leave the Steam OS, all hell is gonna break loose. So as long as you don't plan on trying to go out and do other things there, I do, and I wouldn't trade in my Steam Deck, because even though I can, when I'm playing a Steam game, I just pick up the Steam Deck, because the experience is, you don't think about it, right? You get in, you download the game, you play it just like you do on your Xbox or PlayStation, get in, get out, done. But for everything else, so this means the Windows Store, this means GOG, this means emulation, all of that, I'm doing that on the deck, right?
Absolutely.
It is the more versatile machine. But if you can only go by user experience, I think the Ally is good enough. But I think in terms of smooth edges, the Steam Deck takes it there, and that's fine, and that's why we have choices. I'm just getting at the apologists. I'm not getting at the Steam Deck, because I really love that device.
Yeah, absolutely. And one last thing before you go one away is that, I do want to give props to the UI of the Steam Deck. Like we talked about, the interface being smooth, and just everything is, from a functional standpoint, handheld wise, you're not having to switch between desktop mode and gamepad mode and, all these things sometimes that you have a little bit of growing pains with the Ally. But I do want to give the Ally this though. I love big picture mode in Steam Deck on the Ally. I think the Ally actually runs Steam games really well. And the fact that you have your configurations already from Steam, I put in Tekken 7. I had all my configs all ready to go because it was coming, from Valve OS. So I thought that was really cool. And there is talk, from my understanding, shout out to my boy Kabatsu, that there could potentially be Steam OS coming to Ally. It will be very interesting.
Wait a minute.
Somebody did it already.
Wait a minute. So
I've seen a video. Somebody did that.
The ROG Ally told the Steam Deck, yeah, I sampled your UI, you was using it wrong.
Bro, they hit him with the knives. They hit him with that, man.
No, but real talk though. I do, since you are here, I do want to give you your flowers, because I really believe that in this community that we in, this thing of ours, you got the ROG Ally hot with that coverage, because that is the reason I started paying attention when you went to that event. I think it was in Brooklyn. I don't know where it was, but you showed it off. Because I was like,
let's go.
Right. And so when you did that, I was like, oh, I'm buying one, and that's it.
I appreciate you, bro. I mean, for me, all of us are brothers, and we're tech brothers, right? So there's that, as a techie, there's always that excitement about the potential of something that could be great. The thing is, Everborn, and one way I'm coming into it thinking, oh, this might be the device for me, right? Just selfishly. Oh, this might be able to do something. I'm going to see. I have my skepticism. But to your point, Everborn, like, I didn't think it was going to do. That's literally like our biggest video right now. Like literally, like it is still ongoing, and that type of coverage. And it showed me that there is a place, there is a demand for a device like this, which again, the Windows comfortability. And then I think was the icing on the cake was to see AMD in the room, right? To see Microsoft in the room, and to see them have their support from a unified front. And they still got ways to go. And I will give the Ally this. As much as the Steam Deck guys like, hey, it's Windows, when there's still some jank, rough around the edges, we have to remember this is still the infancy stages of this device.
Infancy,
right?
1 week.
And they are pledging, allegedly, their support to make that mobile UI integrated where it recognizes that. So just like when Steam Deck came out, it was rough around the edges initially. It didn't.
Yeah. Oh, but we don't talk about that.
I was gonna bring that up.
At launch is like Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
We ignore all of those things and we just look at it like it came out today. But I'm sorry, please, Con, go ahead.
Good,
I have a chip on my shoulder.
No, you're right.
No, listen, get your bars off. We here to talk facts.
Allow things to grow, and they forget. You know what I'm saying?
Technology changes every 6 months. You can't take it personal.
Facts, and that's where competition is good, right? It pushes them into space. You saw Steam Deck Valve made the comment on the Ally launch and stuff like that. But I want to get actually pass it to you, because I think we've all been experimenting differently. I'm curious, like how everyone's been playing. So, like, I see you in your emulation bag, and I see you did a surgery as well, and you did a successful surgery. So tell me about your experience, brother. What's going on with you?
Let me get to my man John Wolf, and shout out to you and Santi's video yesterday. It was fire. I definitely appreciated the information. The $5 super chat for my brother. Salute to the 3 podcast heavyweights coming together to talk about this amazing tech. RRG Ally crew, mount up.
Facts.
With that energy. Love that energy.
Yeah. I think he's doing something with K, right? He's doing something with K.
Yeah, he did it yesterday. He did it yesterday. I got to get him on here. I wanted to get him on here today, but he did it yesterday. So I was like, maybe he want to come on or busy or whatever.
I was supposed to be on that show yesterday, but I got a late Father's Day shopping spree thing that happened yesterday. We was in Woodbury Commons all day. Right. So I didn't get.
I was affected. I caught that.
But listen. This is the reason I gotta say it because I already know what the line of defense is gonna be. Kay is gonna say I was hiding. He's gonna say I didn't want to come on his show to talk about it.
Can I say something about Kay Asani? I'm gonna say something about you, man.
That's the whole thing. I love that.
Because he was supposed to buy a ROG Ally, and then he gonna pop up with this other device. It has something that RDNA is gonna present to the table in terms of hardware. I said, you don't want to cap out.
Wait, hold on. I got a couple. He didn't cop.
No.
Wait a minute. Now, we got to talk about this. This is good. This is good. Kay Asante, I hope you're listening. I hope you listen. John Wolf is in the chat. Go get our brother. So listen to this.
He backed out.
Kay Asante from the beginning, before everything. And you know when somebody's like unreasonably skeptical?
Are you implying disingenuous concern?
Yes, I'm telling you.
He should put his windows
in the Cayman Islands where Valve sends him the money, sends him the gay bucks.
You got that gay bag.
Right? And so he got to come out here and then down talk the distinguished competition, as Stanley would say. Right? So, but anyway, I told him he was FOS, right? I said, everybody talk tough till the pre-orders go live. And when the pre-orders go live, you're going to be right there like a fiend, just like us.
That's right.
Right? Because I know you. You are,
he's a techie.
Listen, what I call it is a technology whore. Just like me. I'm no better.
Join the club.
All of us. Right? All of us, bro.
You didn't see my video? I think I have a problem.
See what's going on.
I got a problem.
You the worst. Wait, you the worse than me.
Ooh. We see the background.
We see what he's doing.
Oh, this is nuts. This is Pops. Don't let King get started.
So, on the day when the pre-orders went live, it was a day where I was going into the office. So I was like, yo, Kay, just in case I can't get to it because I'm in a meeting or something when they go live, just make sure you got me. Now, secretly, that was my way of getting the knees because I'm like, you did buy it. You did pre-order it. But anyway, I thought he was only going to get one. Yeah. Then he calls me in the middle of the day. By the way, I had already pre-ordered one. Because I didn't have no meetings at the time, so I was like, yo, I'm getting it. So I had secured mine, and I was calling him. He didn't call me. I called him. I called him to say, like, don't worry about it. I got it. And he was like, yeah, I ordered 2 though.
Oh.
So not only did he order the one that I tricked him into getting, right? Right? Because I like to stack the deck, right? But he then ordered one for himself because he couldn't help himself. So now Now, a few weeks go past,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like maybe a week or two before it comes out.
Mhm.
And he calls me up. He's like, "Yeah, you're not getting no needs." He's like, "Because I returned the pre-order."
Ooh, that's cold blooded. That's
Right?
cold blooded.
Right?
That's pride.
Because and ever since then he started talking,
Reckless.
Windows, and people don't want to go to Windows, and Asus did the bare minimum because they didn't do the UI and they couldn't do UI, and if I'm gonna go Windows, I'm gonna get the more powerful thing. And I'm like, you getting a Windows handheld from a fly-by-night company that may not be there by the time you get your device shipped.
Yo,
But he's right.
Where's
That
the
was-
lie?
That was
I
my
mean,
problem.
Right. So
That was my problem.
So this is the thing. Ever since then, he and I have been having a very public debate about whether the ROG Ally is good enough. And all I keep hearing about is the low TDP. But I've learned in debate school, right? You find out where you have a W and you make the entire debate about that.
Of course.
Mhm.
Right? So this is why we're always talking about, oh, it performs better. Where does it perform better? Right? And what else they don't tell you, when it performs better, it's performing at 720p because that's all the Steam Deck could do.
Oh!
He put the resolution
So-
out there on Front
so-
Street.
Should I go put my vest on? Because shots
he
fired
shoot-
in here.
He's shooting
Whoa.
crazy. I'm
Straight to
gonna
going
get back. I'm gonna get back to business over here. He's
Whoa.
not playing with this boy right here.
So they'll do these performance comparisons and they'll run the ROG at 1080p with the full frame rate and all that, and then they'll tell you, oh, the Steam Deck's coming close. Put the ROG Ally down to 720p and see what it do to it.
Oh, it get crazy. It do get crazy. It do.
Right? And
With RSR.
Bro.
It's
me.
a different animal.
And I'm impressed on next gen games too, man. I really am. Like, y'all did y'all Diablo 4? Anybody got Diablo?
Well, okay. Well, see that. Well, I got to talk about that because
let's
this
go.
comes to my problems with the device, right?
Okay.
So when something is so good that it makes you want more,
Yes.
right? So now I understand that this is a Windows device, right?
Mhm.
I understand that it's not an Xbox because that's what I want. I want a handheld Xbox.
Mhm.
Now, because I mostly game on Xbox, that's where I bought Diablo, right?
Oh,
But-
I got you. Yeah, I know where you going.
This is the problem where
Yes.
it's like all these little things. So, and that again, if you stay inside the Steam Deck ecosystem, you don't have to think about this because
Right.
if I'm
Everything
playing on the
crosses
PC,
over. Right.
I buy a game on Steam, it's right here, the saves is there, boom, boom. I buy Diablo for $70, by the way, right? We don't double dip at 70. We could double dip for like a Shredder's Revenge because I bought that on everywhere you could buy it. Streets of Rage 4,
Facts.
Planet Alana.
Facts.
I got that on Xbox and Steam because I sometimes I was gonna play on the deck or whatever. So anyway, but because BattleNet does not support cross-buy
Yes.
with Xbox, now I would have to buy it again,
Mhm.
right? And then you
Exactly.
have to ask yourself, if you buy it again, do you have cross progression?
Yep.
Because the whole point of this mobile thing is you pick it up and you play from where you left off. And that works with most of Xbox first party. Not all if you go back far enough, but for the most part, that works. The
Yes.
problem is once you do anything else, and it's not even anything else. I wish it was just the Xbox ecosystem. I wish I could say if I bought something on Xbox, I should be able to play it on my PC, but that's not the case. It is only first party games that you can guarantee will be cross-buy, cross-progression, and thinking about and trying to work that out. Like if I want to play Resident Evil, I buy it, but then I got to buy it again, and then my progress doesn't translate. And so these kind of things are things that I think they need to get.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
see
sir.
what's going on.
That's not a ROG problem. That's a PC and Xbox problem.
1000%.
Because
But
if you got a gaming laptop, it's the same scenario.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. You're right.
It's not that don't got nothing to do with the ROG.
Right.
The Ally,
Right,
excuse me.
but-
You know what I'm saying?
But this is the reason that I don't have a gaming laptop. And I'm not saying that this needs to be that. I'm just saying it's so good that that's the next level of where I would like to see this go.
Absolutely.
Right.
And these UI things, a lot of people blame Asus for that.
Mm-hmm.
I blame Microsoft for that because Microsoft, again, this is a company who is about in the process of spending $70 billion on gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Who is in the process of telling you they're spending that $70 billion because of mobile, right? So short of making your own handheld hardware, why is your OS not, why don't you have a tailor-made mode for gaming, right? And think about this, from a revenue perspective, if that deal that we won't mention goes through, gaming at Microsoft will be bigger than Windows is from a revenue perspective. So if gaming is that serious and you care about gaming and you see all of these things coming out and the ROG Ally is the best to do it so far, but picture the ROG Ally that was fully supported on the software front from Microsoft.
Factual.
Bang, zoom to the moon, Alice. I'm telling you, that's the next level that I want to happen. And that may even happen on this device.
Right.
Now, but I do believe, like I said, Asus has done enough with those hardware buttons. Those are golden. Now I'm calling on Microsoft. Take the next step. You're out there on the stage. You're giving away 3 months of Game Pass. I took that real quick.
Oh, I added that to my account quick.
Now my Game Pass sub ends in January 2026.
I played myself though.
I
had the same thing for the Surface Pro 8, and I never added it. And then when I did it for the ROG, I said, "Oh, this, you know, it stacks."
Stack on, yeah.
So, I ran to my Surface Pro and was like, "Let me see if it's still there." It's gone.
Oh man,
because I was like, "Why y'all keep asking me?" And it's like, redeem or sign in.
Sign in.
I'm like, sign in. Dumbass.
Well, that was another thing though. That's kind of on them because they say on the ROG it says sign up for Game Pass. I'm like,
right.
You know my Microsoft account. You know I already got it. Why are you asking me to sign?
That was my point.
It should have been a recognition on that you are a Game Pass subscriber.
Right.
Now this is an add-on. The verbiage was I completely agree.
I mean, you know how I figured it out? I didn't. I watched the dude from ROG when somebody asked him that question in the chat, and then he answered it. And then I said, "Oh, I played myself with my Surface Pro 8."
And I do want to jump into with some growing pains as far as, again, offline mode. I'm a person, Cog, I'm always on that flight. I'm on that train or whatever. And it's just
international Cog.
Listen, man, I'm trying to keep up with you, man. You going to Paris. You doing everything, man.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about his trips.
Put my toes on Twitter on the beach.
You know what I'm saying? That passport.
Don't do that again.
Your passport lit.
Don't do that again, bro. We don't need to see that. Yo, when he did that, I said, "You got to see your toes right now." And he was like, "Yes."
Hit you with the Sanjo Pay joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I said, this guy is.
So it's like for me. This is where, again, the beauty of the device is that you can have all of the operating systems, right? So, boom, you throw all Steam OS. I got my Tekken, I got my Cyberpunk, I got all my games with Demon, all that. If I don't have internet connection or I throw it in airplane mode, Steam is smart enough to say to my ROG, "Yo, you're in offline mode." Now, you can still log up and boot up your games. Just remember to save it whenever you get connection afterwards, and you're good to go because we're not going to pull from the cloud data of Steam. Microsoft, we got to talk about you with the Game Pass local. Now, yes, it is beautiful. We can download you local to the device. We do not have to stream. Amazing. But the required authentication check-in, annoying. Then they say, "Oh, no, you can play it offline." You go to Windows Store, you go to the app settings, you put it on offline. There are still games that will not launch. And like everyone was saying, some of them are mostly non-first party or non-Game Pass, or if the game has a complete online component. Like I believe Naraka Blade Point was a couple others that would not load up because you ain't got no internet at all. It's still requiring that check-in, even though you're saying offline mode. You have to remove that, at least at the bare minimum. Once I log into Windows, at least do this. Let me log in Windows with an internet connection, prove that I've already validated. Then when I go into airplane mode, we should have already passed that check, right? That authentication.
That's what I called you for the other day. I was trying to show somebody Madden in GameStop, and that's why I was calling you, because I said, yo, it just was working. But you know what I did? I'm going to tell you what I did. I turned my cell phone to the hotspot.
But see, we
checked in and then turned it off.
I feel you, but we tech heads and we know the workarounds, right? But I'm thinking from the average Joe who's like, yo, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I just got this, I ain't got that, or I ain't got no connection, and I still want to be able to continue the game. They got to work on these little abrasive points.
But that's a PC thing at the end of the day, too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But right, and I totally get that. And that's why, you know, what Steam is doing with the purpose-built OS, this is why, you know, it knows what it's doing, and they think about every scenario. Yeah. And Windows is a general purpose operating system, so you're going to deal with these things. I do want to say though, and this is another point that I make. This is just to push back at you a little bit, Carl.
Let's go.
So we that are connected to like information wise, and we follow all of this stuff, and then you add the layer of tech heads to it. Right, so we're nerds and we're technologists, right? We, I think, tend to underestimate the common sense of the casuals. We tend to say that they're just not going to be able to figure it out, right? Remember when the Series X and the Series S came out, and it was like, but how is Timmy's mom going to figure out which one?
The confusion. I feel you.
Right? No one. See, we think about everyone that is not us like those infomercials when they try to sell you something. You know when they're like, I can't hold three things at once.
When you speak it down to them.
Right. So thing is, I would argue,
all right, let's go,
that the same thing Lemon did, who is not a casual, I would consider that casuals know what hotspots are on their phone, because they might need to get on a laptop or give their kids internet at any time. So if it's set, go ahead.
Let me say something, Everborn. I don't want to ever hear you say that again. You know, I dropped the bus for New York City.
Talk to me.
You got Google Maps on your phone. Why are you asking me for where? Why are you asking me for local building stops? And you don't know where you're going.
That's a fantastic question.
See, I did every day, bro. I'll be like, you know, you got Google on your phone.
Who watch your video, watch us, and then they go, all right, I'm gonna spend this whole check, but I'm gonna get the ally. And he may not have that. He blew the whole check on the ally, but he ain't got no hotspot.
Listen,
so he like, yo, why I can't play? You know, sometimes you get that question, why I can't play it offline.
What is this called?
These specific games.
What is this called, Cognito?
I feel you, bro.
It's called a smartphone. That's the technical name of these new phones. Smartphone. They got a lot of dummies walking around with smartphones.
and now utilizing certain things, so it ain't got that little
so
feature.
we really,
I'm thinking about that.
We really, I see it a lot. And I'll be like, are you serious?
Finish. To be fair.
Yes.
People with smartphones have become ubiquitous. It is not the Windows Mobile 6.5 days anymore, where if you have those things, it's not by accident.
Facts.
I would argue that if you have one of these, you don't have it by accident.
Facts.
Right? So if you have this, I'm pretty sure you know what a Wi-Fi hotspot is on your phone, and you will.
Or you should.
Wi-Fi. I will push back on the hotspot owning dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he got the phone.
Everybody ain't got that in their plan either.
Yeah, he ain't got that in his plan.
Right.
Like, yo, I'm gonna pay for the 5G hotspot so that I can do this anywhere. Like some dudes ain't built like that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be real.
You know what? That might be on me.
If you got Boost Mobile, you might be in trouble.
Prepared for every scenario. All of us know we are not gonna be caught out here with no internet situation. We're gonna have to rely on some whack Wi-Fi public spot. And we're going to pull out that phone and we're going to be like, hold up, we got this right now, Verizon, T-Mobile, whomever, and we're going to take care. But what I really wanted to get to is actually a different point with and I saw Jess Gordon mention this. And this is where, again, I got to come for PC Game Pass. I got to come for them a little bit. Bro, why don't we have a valid interface showing me all of my games? Why is it in the corner, in the lower left, on a scroll that I gotta scroll? Like, it's just little things that's just annoying. Is it enough to make you not like the device? Absolutely not. But just little things where it's like, man, y'all got to improve this, because people are going to gravitate towards this device, and you want this experience to get better. And I know it will. And the last thing I'm saying, this again, this is for my fighting heads. All right, so I didn't put it through its paces now. Right now, when it comes to FPS, offset, God tier. This thing controls like a dream. Now, when it comes to my fighters, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going front. This D-pad is good. It's solid. But I would not put this in a competitive space. As a guy that used to do tournaments and go head up, hip hop is in there. He know what I'm talking about. You trying to get the precise fireball, the precise blocking, you know what I mean? And you know it was the controller that kind of twitched on you a little bit. As far as the D-pad, that's my only little nitpick. Again, minor nitpick. But what I do like, configurable triggers, dead zones, things of that nature. That's very high end in this device that I really appreciate. So again, minor nitpicks for an infancy stage device. The playing of games, they got that.
It's ridiculous,
and I have to give them. It is a spectacular device in that sense.
All right, let me get to this super chat before I get to why I bought this damn thing. Everborn was on fire.
Yeah, he killed it.
All right. Let me get this super chat. J-Rock in the building with the $4.99. Everborn. Not like this, brother. Yesterday was Juneteenth. Why you doing K like this? Shout out to the panel. By the way, Lemon got that BH connection. You know I do.
You know, that man Crib is being there.
Listen, I walk in there, they'd be like, yo, Lemon's here. Lemon. I'd be like, yeah, I'd be spending too much money in here.
That place is dangerous for guys like us, man.
But
dangerous
when I first saw this device, let me tell you, man.
Let's go. Break it down.
I'm a power narrative guy, right? Then I said, because I was going to get the Iron Neo 2. $1,400. But see, Everborn brings up the point where I was on the fence. Chinese company. That means Chinese goddamn custom service, right? Something go down, you got to send it back there. And I don't know if I want to do that. I need a credible company. I need somebody I could talk to and understand my problems, right? So now, birthday March 12th. So around March 20th, maybe 30th, I go and say, you know what? Iron Neo 2 Black Edition, copping it, whatever.
Ready.
Sold out.
Damn.
God said, there's something in horizon for you, my son. I got you. So I said, all right, maybe it ain't for me. And then they announced this. My eyes popped out of my head. I was excited. New chip, new technology, better screen, 7 inches, high level gaming on the go, aiming at AAAs. I'm like, oh, I'm with this. Right? I'm with this.
Tell me about the emulation, though. I don't know about that. I think you're the only one. I mean, I assume everyone probably did it too. I'm probably the only one who haven't done any emulation yet. Yeah, there's so many different chambers to have fun with the device, and I feel like we're all experiencing it in our own unique ways. But I'm curious because I've seen you in your how's that emulation, bro?
Amazing. Def Jam Vendetta, Def Jam Fight for New York looks incredible. Incredible. And this beat is running through things like Scud Race. Remember that in the arcade?
Yeah, I remember Scud, yes.
It's running through it. Daytona, running through it. Nothing Daytona, it's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. But so when I saw the device, I said, listen, man. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit on the fence and I'm gonna check out what people talking about. So when they got the early units, early firmware, people was trying to, it's this, it's that. I'm like, you can't review something on early firmware, you fools. Like when I watch the camera dudes I watch and you get a pre-production model, they emphasize pre-production firmware and the camera. This is not the final build. So when dudes ran out there, everybody wants to be first. So I still took a step back. I said, nah, something ain't right. Because they started designing this device before the Steam Deck. That's what's crazy, right? So it can't be what they say. So after speaking to you, I said, you know what? I'm buying it. I don't care. We're gonna get this popping. We're gonna get this done. My experience with this device has been amazing. The things you talked about, the offline stuff, I ain't used to that. I had to call you. I'm calling you like, why this Madden not working? I just was in the crib, but it was working.
It was fine in the crib.
Right, and then I said, it gotta be the online connection. So I hotspot, signed in, my boy played Madden. He said, yo, and I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. I don't know how many, which one of y'all done this. I've been jotting down my stats for Doom Eternal, for Warhammer, right, configurations. I was playing Madden at 88 frames.
Damn.
1080p, high settings.
Damn.
Now, don't get it twisted. I'm playing on a portable. This is a battery with a full plug in it.
Right.
Full
so
house plug.
You're getting the 30. It's going up to the 30 watt turbo mode.
Because this is a 120 volt battery.
30. Let's go.
All right. This is a 120 volt battery. You could plug a iron and iron your clothes. This is a beast. Now my 65 watt external is good to charge cell phones. This killed it. 25 minutes, dead in the water. So they was like, "Oh, you need a 65 watt."
Jumpstart your car with that?
Yo, I could jumpstart Con Ed with this. There's one thing wrong with this.
Talk to me.
It got a built-in fan. And if you ain't got no
head, it's serious.
That's what you know.
Yo, listen, this thing, $100. And if you look at my video on my channel, for anybody that want the stuff that I'm talking about, it's in the last video when I did the accessories, the unboxing. All the links is in that video. But I'm gonna tell you now, this will extend your life.
Yes.
Anywhere you go.
Anywhere you
go. It's crazy. This is crazy. So when I hear people talk about battery, I'm like, no device, even the Switch is not good on battery. You played Tears of the Kingdom, you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But I got into this device for the ergonomics and Game Pass, right? I'm not a huge PC player. I don't, because it's not as easy and seamless as people make it to be. Right. So I still a learning curve, but it's a good one. That Armory crate, you know, the way you it's push the damn button. They don't tell you to go digit from digit on moving frames. You push the button and it does it for you. It gives you options.
Yes.
30, 60, whatever you got it set to. It'll click, click, resolution, click, click, click. So it's not a device where it can intimidate the average person, which is good because you don't want to do that. Like Everborn said, when you playing the Steam and you just playing games, you good. Don't do nothing else. Don't go outside that OS because now you're gonna be speaking a different language. But if you just playing games, I can agree with that. But you know, I dumbed down this device. I took off stuff that I'm not using. I don't care about 365. I don't care about that. You know, it's not for that.
Like when they try to give you the productivity stuff.
Anything
they try to lock you in with the credit card. I was like, nah.
Anything they want that is not got something to do with this gaming, I took all of it off. Why waste why waste it? It's a game machine for me. That is it. But I am gonna say this. I am gonna get one of those eGPUs because I'm doing that.
Oh, you're doing that?
Yeah. We got PAX West coming up, baby.
Okay. I see the flex.
I'm
going to be doing.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, I go all the way to the fence, baby.
See, now the B&H dudes is like, yeah.
Yo, listen, I'm doing it. I'm doing it because look, Carl can tell you, we go somewhere, even my boy 100, they was in trouble with the equipment. I had equipment for everybody. I got the bag of 007, baby. I opened it. What you need? Let's go.
Yeah. She's like, boom.
I got everything.
You got everything.
I don't have to bring my Surface Pro 8 or my laptop, my gaming laptop. If I could take this device, leave the eGPU in my room, go back, do my content on a high level, and I still could game. I was looking for an eGPU for my 1080 Ti to take with us on the road, Cog. But all of them is like this big.
And now that you got the interface with the proprietary connection,
this is small, proprietary. Boom.
And wait a minute. What that means is this is a way for you to do all the PC gaming stuff on the OLED. Because a lot of these PC gaming dudes discount the fact that they playing on a little 30-inch 1440p monitor. We talking about 4K, 120 hertz, HDMI 2.1 that you can do that for all of the PC gaming glory. So when you add that, that is no joke. Now I do want to say,
Dragons TV welcomes everyone.
When you was talking about B&H and how you be in there, I'm like, yo, when Lemon goes to a B&H, it's like when a rapper goes to a strip club. They know.
Here you go. You already know.
Everybody stand up.
The ball.
Know you got a first date.
But yo, it's true though.
I already know when he pull up.
And you know who run it. And when they love you, you good. You good.
How that go?
They take care of me. Yo, listen, VIP, bro. I love it.
You already know.
I done spent so many thousands. Y'all should be nice to me.
I wanted to ask y'all some
Same
networking
rules
questions.
as the club apply.
Oh, yeah, you already
That's all
know.
I was
You already know. You already know. I wanted to ask y'all some network questions because this is some things I noticed. Obviously Wi-Fi 6, one of the devices that a lot of people don't talk about. You know, the networking speeds. But I was getting from, like, say for example, like Steam Deck, the Steam Store, the Valve OS, excellent. So the way they have theirs optimized. But I was noticing different storefronts. If you did Battle.net, I don't know if you did it yet, everyone, because I know you ain't trying to double dip on that Diablo just yet.
Listen. That's about to be first party real soon. I
feel you smart. You smart. You smart. Boy. You know what it is? I was weak. I couldn't wait.
He said I was
What I'm
weak.
saying. They're lucky. They're lucky I even bought it on the Xbox.
Oh,
but I'm not gonna buy it again.
Yeah, you gonna wait.
I don't double dip either, bro.
That's a King move. King hit me like, that's gonna come. I ain't got no rush. I'm good.
Double
you know what I'm saying? So I'm
bro.
gonna stay over here with Xbox. I feel that. So my things, I tested Battle.net. Obviously, I got Destiny on Epic Game Store purposely just to see another storefront, right? To see how that operates, how that moves. And what I'm noticing is it's not the Ally, because I've run. You know what I'm saying? You got the files in the crib. So I've run speed tests and I'm like, yo, where's my gig plus? Like, what's going on? Because on the speed test, it's like, yo, Ally's amazing.
Okay, but you put it on your micro SD card, right?
No, I did the surgery. I did.
Oh, you put it internally.
Bro, I'm 2 terabyte internal.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Use me.
Oh, I'm not playing. Oh, we go.
All right.
I couldn't. When I went to order, it wasn't there, and I wanted to do it for the unboxing, so I just took the one.
Oh, you did the one? No,
I took the one. I mean, it's more than enough.
I'm being extra.
I had to. No, I wanted to be extra, but I couldn't because it wasn't available.
Oh yeah, because probably me. I had
it was sold out.
5 in stock.
Right. It was sold out. I said, all right, give me the one. You know what I'm saying?
I will give credit to this, and I want to double back on that before I get back to the networking stuff. I want to give credit to the opening of this device. As a person who is usually normally leery and fearful of opening anything brand new, and shout out to Rock for saying, hey, you don't void your warranty by doing this, right? So very simple. I will highly advise the 2 middle ones. These ones are like the culprits, right? These 2 right here, they take a little while to get out. So what I would just say, use gravity once you get them.
They're
really
not
loose.
supposed to come out, Cog.
Technically, I know. So what
those are lip screws.
I learned. So what I did is that I got my little IT kit, and then I had to use it. I went in from here, from this top, and then from that I broke the seal, and then I was able to get through. I will say it's very easy, very simple. Once you get inside, lift the lid, disconnect your power, and shout out to the cloud recovery. The cloud recovery is excellent, because literally I was worried about, damn. The only thing I would advise people who are going to do it, do your firmware updates on your BIOS before you do the surgery.
Yeah.
Do that first, open up. Then once you open up, the cool thing is I didn't really have to back anything up. I just put the brand new 2 tera SD up in there. It said, hey, go into the BIOS, move it over to cloud recovery, hit the
Y button, go to advanced.
Hit the Y button and go. Now it's gonna go for a while. There's a ton of updates. It's gonna be 2-3 hours. Just leave it plugged in, but it's gonna take it back to a factory reset default setting, and it's nothing more glorious to
now.
That's why I had no games in nothing day one. I was doing that video the next day, and I waited. I said I ain't gonna be loading up no games.
No, I do want to talk about the factory reset process, because Windows is gonna Windows.
Yes.
And sometimes things go down. And when because Windows is so versatile, right? not every game adheres to where Windows is supposed to store games. Things happen and games don't start. So there was some issue that I was having with Streets of Rage 4. Every game I ran it worked, it started up, no problem. This is when I first got it. And for some reason, Streets of Rage 4 wasn't working, and I really wanted to play Streets of Rage 4 because Sega, right?
Sega, baby.
Right. And also, the Streets of Rage.
Download mine now. I forgot to get Streets of Rage on that. Yeah.
But the Streets of Rage devs kind of shamed me because I can't beat the last boss, and they was like, "Oh, you didn't beat it yet?" Right?
Yeah,
that was when the update came out. So I was like, okay, it's time for me to go back to that because this feels like the perfect device. Like I got Game Gear vibes.
Yes, taking it back.
So I said, all right, I'm trying to figure it out. And then I started looking at all these YouTube videos, like why is this like Streets of Rage not launching? And they was telling me turn this off and turn that off and do whatever, right?
Y'all turned off that virtual memory thing that's taking away frames and those Windows security.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send y'all a Reddit link. There's some joints Windows have on by default that's taking frames away from gaming.
But see, I feel this is my problem. I turned off that security thing, and then all hell broke loose.
Oh, so you feeling insecure with it? Okay, I got you.
And I'm not saying correlation is causation. That's not what I'm trying to say. But what I am saying is, I turned off all that security stuff, and I watched some YouTube videos that told me to turn off some other security stuff.
I'm never doing that.
And then Streets of Rage started working. And then I put the charger on the device overnight, and I'm gonna show you how I put it there because I think this is what the issue was, not the security stuff. So this is the case, right?
The case, yep.
I sat it down like this, and then I put the charger on, and I left it like that. And I do that with the Steam Deck all the time, right? Because I didn't want to leave it on the hard surface. But the thing is with this, the
vents is in the back.
That's not the case on the Steam Deck.
Correct.
So it could be that I left it like that and plugged in, and then something happened. So the next day, I go to get it, and I try to turn it on, pressing the power button. Nothing's happening.
Oh, that's the worst.
Nothing's happening, bro.
That's the worst.
This was on Sunday. Now, and it's so crazy because they was doing a whole barbecue thing for me for Father's Day or whatever. And I'm like, and I'm just coming back to this like, yo, but this, my ROG Ally is not working.
Oh,
they're like,
he couldn't focus.
Yep.
It's all this food out here. They playing music. I'm like, all right, but I'll be right back. I'm going back to check on the thing. So I can't think about anything except for the fact that this $700 piece of tech is not working 3 days later. And I was like, and you know why I was really upset? Because I was going to have to explain to Kay Asante.
Oh, he would have messed.
Oh, he'd have took those knees, bro.
The Windows device had problems. Day one, non-functional. Oh, you know he would have been coming.
It would have been over. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me I held the power button and it came back on. But when it came back on, Windows shit the bed. Right? Now, let me tell you, it defaulted to scaling to 100%. Couldn't change it out.
Oh no!
Right? You go into the Asus app. It did not recognize the screen as an Asus monitor.
Wow!
Right? Then it's plugged into the dock. It does not recognize any external monitor. And then it's plugged into the dock, so it recognizes the mouse and the keyboard or whatever, and the LAN connection, right? Because I got the Ethernet port plugged into the dock, but it does not recognize charging. So the dock is right. It gets worse though. So now I go into the control joint.
Yeah, the control center. Yeah, command center.
I press the FPS limiter. The only option is 0 FPS.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm not done yet. RSR. Press the button. Don't work. Right? You switch it to 720p. it says that it's switched. It doesn't
I'm gonna have to
change.
delete this part out the podcast for KSI to go cover. He's coming for all of this. But
look,
you gonna have to
he
edit
got to
this part
technically
out.
point to himself. He overheated the damn device.
He overheated the number. He gonna
That's what
play
you did.
Windows all day.
You
on this.
suffocated it.
So it's either suffocated or one of those YouTube
If it
videos
can't
with
breathe
the trick.
and it's begging for air, bro, and the fans is blowing, and it's like you trying to breathe, somebody cover your mouth and nose. What happens? You're gonna pass out.
and then I'm not gonna be able to recognize external monitors. That's what's gonna happen.
You listen, you probably threw Windows off, bro. But I'm telling you,
No, it did. And then
you feel hot them vences up top? They get hot.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, it do.
It's wild.
I
It's
will
hot.
say, but it gets hot. I will say that Steam Deck though can burn your hand even hotter than that though.
Oh.
Now, I will give them even on their hottest setting, even though it gets warm. Steam Deck is that
But
level,
that's
and
the
it sounds
thing.
like it's taken off. Allies,
Yeah, you don't hear nothing. You don't hear
With
nothing.
the Steam Deck though, it vents through the top,
Yes.
right? So because I said I charge the Steam Deck like that all the time. It's laid down because all the air can still flow through it. I just wasn't considering the fact that this has vents in the back. So anyway,
Right.
then I start going into games, and they launched, including Streets of Rage, believe it or not. But they're running in like flipbook mode, and I'm talking about like 2D games are struggling to run. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna do this factory reset.
Actual. How you did it? You did,
Right.
you
How
did
did you
straight
do it?
BIOS. How you do it?
So I just went into system update, scrolled down, and did a reset. And now you can choose cloud,
Yes.
but I chose local.
Oh, you
Now,
did local. Okay.
I could have brought back the apps, but I said no, just in case it was some funny business going on.
Mhm.
So I just said don't bring back the apps. But again, if this was my work PC or my game dev PC, right? I wouldn't do that because there's so many things on there, right? Because I'm using that for work and everything else.
Facts.
But the way people are using this as a gaming device, so for me, it's nothing to get it out of there, do my factory reset. I was up and running in a half hour. I did the reset.
Nice.
I did the reset from the image, the local image. In a half hour, it was back,
Nice.
and everything worked.
Right. No, salute.
But that's the thing. So like you did the cloud backup when you did your hard drive.
Yep.
And I did the local one because I was having an issue. So even those doing Windows things, on balance, is very easy to get it
Very
back to-
easy. Yeah, very easy.
to clean, because again, you just if you are just using this for gaming and you're not like installing Office and all these other things on here, even if you run into the worst Windows problem, it is a cloud reset away.
Yeah, and I was very impressed on the way with the. I mean, because you did yours right with the, and I'm assuming you did the cloud. Like, how long was your experience like? How was you going?
It was seamless.
Mhm.
The steps were simple. The installation was easy. I was waiting to use my iFixit kit for about 3 years. So I was like,
bad play up.
yes. I was like, pull out a new toy.
I got an embarrassing story too. Now that I just thought about it, everyone reminded me. So I did my surgery, put the new heart into the patient. I'm like, all right. So I'm ready, snap it back up. Power button. So ain't light up, then go dark. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Hit it again. ROG ally screen. Go dark. I'm like, yo. So you got that fear, you just spent that 7.
You didn't plug
like,
it up?
Nah, not like this. My foolishness, when you go to get to the actual SD bay, they tell you to disconnect the power.
Right.
My
the battery.
dumb self ain't put it back in.
Oh, so you didn't watch my video, huh?
Yeah, it is. Because you know what? I was so excited that I did it, and I forgot to just finish the job. Just plug the little power source back and then close it. So I'm like, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. It doesn't have enough power to sustain because nothing's going to the battery.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, it makes sense. I went back in there and plugged it in. I laughed at myself. So key advice, make sure you plug back in the power.
And this a little jab to people. That's why you do step-by-steps correctly.
I was in a rush, man. I was
Not you.
so
I'm
excited.
talking about the people that say, why your video took so long? Because you're doing step-by-step. Showing people. Don't make the mistake. That's the whole point. You know how hard it is to do stuff like that?
Facts.
Because
But,
people are following you. Some people got a tablet or something, and they watching you, and they doing it. But
yeah,
shout out to you, bro.
Salute, bro. Salute. Learning, man.
Yo,
Child
we all
bro.
had some technical difficulties.
We all had it. We all had to learn, man. But yo, once that bad boy was in there, it was smooth sailing. I was out of control with the download. I'm just downloading just because. I was just like, what else is going on? And that's when I started noticing the Wi-Fi speed differences on different storefronts.
Yeah,
now, all storefronts are created equal.
No.
So again, I gotta give Xbox a little smoke because man, if the Game Pass app, which I know it will just continue to iterate, continue to offer additional functionality, and get themselves to a serviceable level. Because even Epic Game Store in the beginning had their little problems.
Everybody's gonna go through it.
Yeah, they didn't even have like background download. They didn't have some stuff in the beginning, but once they get there, you can see the potentials. And everyone said a very key point in the beginning of his statement, which is like, we are in the infancy stages of where this gaming from a handheld standpoint can be. We're getting the power now. Now we just got to merge those interfaces,
with the software.
Get the software to where it need to be. I'm confident that it will. And I'm very curious to see how it's being received, you know what I'm saying, from just how Asus is actually looking at as far as their, numbers and as far as engagement and things of that nature. I'm very curious to see if they start making statements, because I do like their support and what they're doing on their website pages as far as.
And they're working hard. They're working hard. They're putting it out.
They're putting out settings for the top games. And they're breaking it down each step. All right, this is why you should put atmospheric filtering here. This is why you should take this to medium. Hey, the ROG won't be worried about push this to 1080p here. But, they're telling you why. And they say, hey, these are just foundational, right? And you could build upon it according to your liking. But the fact that they're so engaged with the top games, Elden Ring, Diablo, Red Dead, Forza, you name it, it's probably Cyberpunk. It's up on that list, and they keep iterating. So that, to me, is a very positive sign that they're looking to be here in the long run. But everybody,
let me get to the super chat real quick.
Game
Shark,
do the super chat. No.
Super chat.
Throw in a damn towel. What's up, fellas? Yeah, somebody been watching Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Listen, ain't no towel to throw in, man. We all gamers. Are you playing online on your Steam Deck, or we playing online on the ROG? We all still playing together. There's really no A and B team, man. Both of these brothers got Steam Decks. I'm the one that was on the fence. I was like, Linux. No. Nah, bruh.
Okay.
Nah. I'm telling you, the Game Pass videos killed it for me. I said, what you gotta do? Oh, hell no. I want an Xbox experience.
The same thing happened to Boom. Boom had a Steam Deck, and he was like, oh, I'm getting this because I heard everybody told me I could run XCloud on it, and it runs really well. And then he got the Steam Deck, and then he went through that tutorial, and 3 days later,
it's not for me.
That joint was out of his hand and sold.
Right.
So now
let's get to it.
Boom came and he got the ROG Ally. And I call him every day on this because I was like, oh man, you thought that the Steam Deck, because I know the UI on the Steam Deck is easy to use. It's more like a console. Are you good on the ROG? Mm-hmm. He said, Everborn, this thing runs on Windows. I use Windows every day. What is there to understand?
Repeat that statement.
That's what I keep telling you.
Repeat that statement, brother.
It runs on Windows that we use every day. What is there to understand? And this is the point that continues to get left out, and we're all supposed to believe this lie that nobody knows how to use Windows and nobody wants to game on Windows, even though the reason people game on PC is specifically to game on Windows. There is no gaming market on the Mac, right? Yep. People that, and by the way, it's not like you don't have to be an IT expert to game on Windows.
Nope.
The reason that PC gaming is bigger than console gaming, and that's all three of the major console manufacturers combined, is not because IT experts are the only ones gaming. Right? More people than ever are building gaming PCs, playing on PC, and that is shorthand for saying that they're playing on Windows. Yeah. So these people, these kids, because most of the people that play Roblox, they're playing it on the PC, right? Most of the people that play all these other games, they're playing it on the PC. outside of the US, most people when they game, they are gaming on PC. It's not a thing that people don't understand. You don't forget, you don't leave work and then forget how to use Windows
No,
just
you're
because you
preaching,
turned
bro.
on a game.
You're preaching.
So this is anyway. That's a fallacy. Now I do want to call Microsoft to the carpet
Oh, let's go.
again.
Let's go. What we getting them for?
So we know that they are co-signing this thing, right? You got
Yes.
Phil Spencer doing the tweets with them. You got them standing side by side,
Had it in the
claiming them
shelf
on
in the back,
stage.
shelling.
Right. So it's very clear, at least to me, that Microsoft is taking a wait and see with this. But they're looking at this one closely because of all of the joints. This is the first one that they actually co-sign.
Yes.
No, but not only they're
Right.
co-signing, they're making specific drivers for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if Microsoft is watching this space, and if the numbers, because you saw Matt Booty said the other day, I think it was Matt Booty, maybe it was Phil Spencer, but he said, listen, for us, for something to be successful, there got to be like 10 million people there. Whatever,
Yes, correct.
right? I hope those aren't the metrics they're setting for this, because the Steam Deck is wildly successful, and maybe they sold 2-3 million,
Facts.
right, in 2 years.
Mhm.
So if you are going to look at this and you want to gauge interest in it,
Mhm.
I don't think it is fair to look at it where you didn't do your half of the job, which is, I know you're doing the drivers, which is appreciated, but you didn't do the UI piece of it.
Correct.
So they got to account for that. And what would be the adoption if they did a tailor-made OS, or at least tailor-made mode in the OS, before they judge how many things they sell? Because right now, I still think it's still enthusiast level.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
If you want casual mass production levels or mass distribution, whatever you want to call it, Microsoft has to roll up their sleeves. They cannot sit it out. They got to make a gaming. They did it for Windows 8, and everybody started crying about the start menu or whatever, even though Microsoft had the metrics about how people were using Windows, and they were pressing the start key and typing what they wanted. They weren't scrolling through the start menu, but everybody started crying because every time they change, everything's a problem.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is you make it opt-in and you have a dedicated gaming mode, which surfaces all your stuff, and it has native controller support, all that. You do that where somebody doesn't have to see Windows if they don't want to, and then this thing will go into the stratosphere and be outside of enthusiast phase. And that's what they need to do if they don't want to build an Xbox handheld.
I agree.
I agree with that, man. Now I want to pick y'all two heads about some things, man. What accessories did y'all pick up?
So for me, I get the
headphones, stuff like that.
Shout out to the Centras. I like them. The Centra, the earbuds. I got them in. Yeah, I got the white. I know you got the black jerseys because you figure you're gonna get the eventual black version of this. I already know what you're
gonna mask it out.
But I was impressed. I was impressed with the headphones, big time. You get your audio cue on connection. You get, it's really, first of all, it's a cool looking thing. The lights, the illumination, and stuff like that. So battery life was good. I did that. I did their official dock, which allows also to connect to a monitor, stuff like that.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, so I got that one as well. That's when I noticed that all chargers are not created the same. Because again, when I tried to use my Steam Deck, because I have my old Steam Deck dock that has the Ethernet port in the back. It's about 2 or 3 USB 3.0s. And I forgot that was still connected to my Steam Deck power source. So I put my Ally on that first day, and then how you snap in and you try to snap in on the top. And he talk about 20-25 watts. And I'm like, nah, we supposed to be turbo, bro. What's up? I need my 30. Because when to get the max out. And I sat there, I'm like, oh, it's me. So I switched it out. And as soon as you use their official, then you see that 30 jump go up. Or when you use, like you did, 108, when you use a power bank that has that, because I think I have an OmniCharge joint, US 3.0 with their cable into the device, turbo mode came up. That's huge to get that extra bit of performance. You eking that out of the device. So those are the two ones. I got to give them a little smoke though. I would like an Asus Ally official dock with a gigabit port from themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because this thing screams to be docked. You know what I'm saying? Officially, as opposed to the little kickstand and the little, and I got the carrying case.
They really gave us cardboard for a kick. Like, that was kind of disrespect.
That was disrespectful.
And no bag.
Bro, and it's the
no case.
cardboard that they had at the event I went through. Is the state little styrofoam cheap joint.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm using it right now, but it's just like my, I'm gonna tell you something that's key for people out there. Let me show y'all something. Y'all need this.
You got the what's that?
It's a USB-C L.
Okay.
So when you're charging it, you don't have your wire hanging, and it's putting pressure on your seat.
On the thing.
Yeah, you need that because it takes the pressure off of your seat port. That's when it was like $6. I got like 4 of them.
How y'all feel about the volume? I don't like the placement of the volume knocker. I wish it was a little bit more to the right. So you know what I end up doing? I end up using Command Center, and then I just use the volume over there. I don't even go up. I'm so annoyed to go up here.
You don't like it?
It just feels like the placement should have been a little bit more to the right, and maybe the power. Well, maybe I'm just so used to the switch and other devices. It's just a force of habit thing, of muscle memory for me.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Before we move on, though, I still gotta come back at this cardboard kickstand. Like, if you have a kickstand that can get soggy and stop working, like, this is a problem. These are things that you throw away, and they couldn't give you a piece of plastic.
You're Everborn. So, you didn't like Labo?
They not Nintendo. Right? But here's the thing, right? And this is a little bit of smoke, right?
Let's go.
They say this thing is only $50 more than the Steam Deck. That's not actually true, because the Steam Deck comes with a case, and their carrying case is better than because this is like,
bro, yeah, that's
right?
That's why I didn't buy it.
And it be suffocating the device, bro. That joint it's like a glove on. Like, you gotta stack
You know what I bought? I bought this. With Steam Deck. It's called a Toka. Pretty much a lot of people know about this already. And this is protection. It protects everything, everything. And it fits Steam Deck, and it fits the ROG Ally.
That's what's up.
That's what I picked
I'm
up.
with you. What you call Everborn on that? On they de facto case,
right? Because this costs like $40 or something like that.
Yeah, when y'all put that in our chat, it was like, oh, y'all should get this. I said, not me.
Listen, and now, and I want to ask you a question.
Nothing.
Right? First of all, this don't even got a handle.
No, right?
Right? It don't. So would you feel safe if the ROG Ally was in this thing and you dropped it?
Bro, I don't feel safe when I'm trying to charge it in that device, because I feel that it generates so much heat.
That's what I'm saying. Listen. This is a screen protector. It's not a case.
Yes.
Right? So that's the thing. So I really got to add $50. First of all, this was $40.
Facts.
Right? But what you get from the Steam Deck, that's worth probably $50-$60 because of the way it protects, and it has a handle. And it has a place for you to hold the charge. Where you gonna put your charger in?
Nowhere.
You got 90 minutes battery life, and your case can't hold a charger.
Facts. He ain't lying.
Right? So
that thing is horrible, bro.
These are things that they gotta get right, and I understand, right? Yeah. And this is why this is another.
That RDNA3, they told you, they gave you that Z1 and told you shut up. Go ahead.
Right. Shut up.
You want power? Right? You figure out everything else.
Listen, what did they say? Great responsibility, right? But the thing is, right? These are the corners that have to get cut because they can only make money on the hardware, right? Valve is selling you a Steam Deck, and they're going to make money off of everything you buy from Steam. So they can subsidize the device that way, amortize the cost out, whatever you want to call it. When Microsoft sells you an Xbox, or Nintendo sells you cardboard, or Sony sells you the PlayStation 5 or whatever, they have stores to subsidize those things. These guys don't have that. Maybe Microsoft gave them some money to put as a promotion Game Pass thing, right? But they have to make that money there. So all of those other things is where they're going to make money is those accessories. Correct. So you kind of gotta, I get it, but this is why I say if you really want this thing to hit the stratosphere, Microsoft has to step in like they did with the Surface. Remember back when you had the Dell and the HP laptops looking like suitcases, while you had the little MacBook Air, and everybody was blaming Windows because all those manufacturers wasn't showcasing the software properly. So what did Microsoft do? They came out, they had the sleek all metal, came out with the Surface, and then you know what that did? That made everybody else say, we got to step our game up. And no one can say Windows can't be a great experience because you have your reference device in the Surface. And I think that Microsoft needs to make one of those. It don't have to have the best specs. Right. They need to make one that will create the market. Because look how many Surface Pro clones there is out there now.
Oh yeah.
Right? Make one, create the market, and then your partners like Asus and whoever else want to jump in, they can compete on specs with you. They can probably get better specs for the price than you can, but you have that general purpose experience that's going to say, we're going to hit the right price, we're going to include the things, give you a premium feel, and just give it the Surface treatment.
Yeah.
Do the UI, do the work, and then all your partners could live because the rising tide raises all
boats. Oh yeah.
Now, so, I want to touch on something real quick. We talking about docks and stands. This iVolver dock.
Yeah, right? How's that for you? How's that working for you?
This is what's key about this dock. This can pass through the 65 watts and better. Each dock, when you plug it up, all the docks don't do that.
Correct.
So you could use the official charger, and still your dock can't pass through the wattage properly. That's why I picked this dock, because it had that higher capacity where it can get full turbo. This is what I put it in. When I'm looking at my computer monitor now.
Have y'all tested Ethernet? Has anybody tested Ethernet speeds yet? All right, break it down.
And this is the problem. It's not really. It's not the Ethernet. There's an update for downloads to the micro SD card. Because remember when you was talking about earlier, you said you didn't put it to the micro SD card. Remember I said, did you put it to? Because there's an update on your ROG right now that if it didn't do it automatically by now, but it was giving you slow download speeds to the micro SD card. See, I would be using, which I know people don't have this. It's a little cap, but I have UHS 2 cards. They're very expensive, right? Yeah. They don't have nothing higher than 256. That's why during my video I showed it, right? But
that's what I bought. I got the UH 2 or 3 or whatever.
The 2, right? It's they only go to 256. They don't even have a 512. And the 256 is like $100 and some dollars, right? So I would definitely recommend that, because I got that in my GoPro and I got that in my drone. Because when I throw in the adapter, I want to be able to transfer 280 megabytes per second, whereas the other card is like 90. So it's a better card, but they got to
cut out a little bit. Well, cutting out a little bit.
They got to. I put some wind thing on this thing. I don't know what this thing. Let me turn my fan on. But
you still on mute?
Yeah, it's like you on mute a little bit.
On mute? I don't know what that could be, but y'all can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
A little bit. Yes. Keep going.
So it's like,
there you go.
All right. I ain't even do nothing.
It's just weird. It's like
right. I don't know what it was, but it's like that's why I was gonna tell you, try to see if you got that update, because they had a problem with the micro. Not a problem, but they updated
in the My Asus.
Yes.
Or was okay. All right, because I know there was a recent one. I think yesterday or something. I saw something just pop out.
It was in My Asus, and it was to have the download speeds to your micro SD card. Now I don't really know about the SSD. They didn't say nothing about that, but that's why I asked you that earlier.
Okay, got you.
You got to pay attention to the docks that you buy. So even when you do have it docked, that you can get to that 35 watts turbo mode, because the dock can handle the pass through.
He faded again.
Bro, I don't know what it is. It's probably OBS. I don't know.
I think it's one of these Steam Deck stands.
Yo. They got the stream.
They're getting.
They sent them for us.
So trying to shove my biz.
So that we did want to talk about accessories that I got.
Yeah, what you got? What you got?
So boom.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good one.
That is.
Yep.
Right.
We did.
Hot garbage.
We know about that.
Suffocating. I hate it.
Suffocating coffin.
Right. I need a hard case. Pause.
That's a body bag. Put it.
Right?
That is a body
Now-
It's a
bag.
straight body bag. Zip it up. Zip them up.
So
Oh Lord.
now this I specifically because I got controllers everywhere, right? But I needed a controller for
Oh,
this.
here we go.
And you know, since we like to coordinate,
No, he didn't.
Oh, he got the Starfield jump with it.
and we're gonna
Oh,
open
I
it.
thought he was gonna pull out the OLED
I
raw
thought he was
version. I
gonna
thought he was
no,
going
no,
OLED.
on it.
Okay.
No.
Ooh.
Tell me this is not like
Oh,
even with
bro.
the colors.
Perfect
Yo,
matchup.
Colors.
It matched so beautifully, and then I see how. Oh, by the way, I see how you had yours like
Yesterday,
you had yours
right?
Next to, you had it with the controller. Then you had it next to the series.
You know, it's that New
Like,
York
I ain't gonna
coordination
front.
thing. You know what we do out here.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta coordinate that
You gotta
bad
coordinate
boy.
that game. You know what I'm
Now-
saying?
Now,
Mhm.
normally I would tell you because you see I'm using these Apple whatevers,
Mhm.
right? And I got the Steel series on the Xbox, right? And then I got the that's one of the Xboxes, but the Xbox in the office, I got the the A50s,
850, no doubt.
right? So we don't play with the audio. You know, we got
Facts.
the Sonos, the
Sonos
Sonos
gang.
Arc Brothers.
So those
You know
guys,
what
you
it
know
is.
my Arc Bro. That's my Arc
So-
Bro.
So I don't play around. Now, that being said, the Xbox headphones are hot garbage.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Y'all don't like them?
Absolutely
I just they just
disgusting.
tight on my head.
Oh no,
That's
they
my
are
whole
tight
thing.
and they're
And the
small. I
mic-
gotta
my
take my
issue is the
earrings
mic.
off. I gotta take
Yeah.
my earrings off because
Yeah, it's a
But-
little too much. You know what I'm saying?
But hold on a minute, because I needed headphones.
Oh,
for the
here
Rock.
we go.
I needed the headphones. Come on, man.
Talk to him.
I
Those
love
are
y'all
clean.
too. I swear. to
Those
God.
clean. Well, I was like, I
So-
got to have it. I'm blowing the whole
so-
check. This is ramen noodles month.
Even though these are toilet water in terms of quality,
Mhm.
the looks,
The look.
right? These have a terrible personality and they will cheat on me, but they are great in bed,
Oh,
Oh.
it's lit.
right?
Talk to him.
So we got all the accessories
Set.
that we need for the ROG.
All right, let me ask y'all sidebar. Did anybody do the constellation 5 days earlier?
Yes.
Anybody do the
You
constellation?
know I did.
I'll do the whole check.
You know
Do the
I
whole check.
did.
So I went back and forth on that like 5 times,
Mm.
and let me tell you why I didn't do it.
Why you pulled
Right?
out?
Because
You
I
ain't make that
practiced-
baby. Why
I
you ain't make that
practiced-
baby?
I practiced the rhythm method, and I'm very good at it, sir. Now,
Wow. Disrespectful.
Cancer. Okay.
God, you
you
opened
guys
that
can
bag
shoot
of
up
worms,
the club
God.
all you
So
want.
I'm in and I'm out.
Yo, I'm fixed.
gotta
I'm shooting up
impress
the club
nobody.
for free.
Happy Father's Day, gentlemen. Listen,
Let's
but the
go.
thing
Salute. Let's go.
But the thing is, right? I got this as a gift. This is the pro joint.
Pro joint.
Right?
Okay.
I know that.
Wait,
I
hold
would
on, hold
never
on,
wear
Everbone. You're not getting away with that.
He flexed crazy just
No,
now.
it's not. It's not. That's
The
not what I'm
pro
saying.
joint.
I was so crazy.
Did
how
you
he
see
did
that?
That was
But
ill.
no.
Continue.
But listen, listen, Lemon. I know you got
He
watches.
about to hit us with the levels today. Let me hear him cook.
Me and
Let me-
Carl got the
let me-
same watch.
let
We
me
got
hear
some
him
big
cook. Let
boys
him
too,
cook.
but
I'm just saying, this is not. All I'm saying is, I do not. I know I'm only gonna wear this watch. I would never wear that Starfield watch because I'm in the smartwatch life now. Once you start getting those
Once you get in
notifications,
there, I already know.
right? You're talking to somebody who had a lifelong goal of buying a Yachtmaster Rolex, right? Now I'm at a stage where I could afford it, but I'm like, I would never wear it. I mean, I would like, it'd have to be.
Yeah,
So
you
my
can't.
point
That
is,
once you've been to the mountaintop on that level, from a watch perspective, from a techie watch perspective, is no going back to the little the Fisher Price. You know,
right?
jump
If I
off.
if I won't even buy that lifelong dream of the Rolex,
Mhm.
there's no way I'm gonna wear this little Casio watch.
I'm
Right?
gonna wear it
So-
at all the
Perpetual show.
interviews when I'm like this. So how was that game?
So yeah, so about so as I was using the ROG Ally,
That's what it's for.
that's what it's for. I know the flex. I know
Not every day, but the events.
the event.
I hear you.
Events.
I hear you.
I feel it.
But so that was the thing. I knew I was never gonna wear it, and I had just bought all of this, And I'm like, I could spend this $300 for something that's just gonna stay on the shelf back there, and I'm never gonna look at it again. Or I could spend $30 and still play 5 days early.
And still get the 5 day. Yeah, so I see what you said.
That's
I see
what I
you do.
did.
For me, it was just such an event, and then they showed out. So I was like, I gotta go all out. You know what I'm saying? But now, salute to you. But yeah, back on the accessory tip, I feel you on that. I did pretty much everything. I just want my doc, man. I just want an official doc from them, and I want to see what other accessories they continue with, because they gotta support this thing, man.
Yeah, let me get to the super chat real quick, man. Let me get to the super chat.
And
y'all been chat. Y'all been absolutely amazing, and so have my guests, man. Y'all dudes is killing it. DJ Berto Dos. He always here. Shout out to you, brother, with the $10.
Oh, I've seen the name. Yes.
Y'all gonna make me cop this joint. I've been waiting. Pre-ordered the XCloud. Spent 30 minutes with it. And it what?
And threw it in the bushes. I don't even know.
He was at Kohl's. He was at Kohl's getting it boxed up.
Oh, okay, Kohl's. That's what that is. Getting
I know that's
getting it boxed up. SD having native Game Pass was a real deal breaker for me. ROG looking fine.
Facts.
Okay.
ROG.
Listen. So now COG is responsible for another ROG Ally sale.
Let's do
COG,
it.
I need you to get your people on the phone with the Asus people and let them know they gotta cut you something, man.
Listen, Midnight Suns. A couple people got owe me some checks. I ain't gonna front, you know what I'm saying? But we brought
this is not free.
It's not. But what it is, they have to learn our hand, the power of our hand, and when we get something, what we would do with it, right? And just like y'all in the situation, I know what y'all gonna do with it, right? So it's just confidence in this different demographic in a different market, right? That when we show it, we appeal to an audience that they are going to value, because we will spend the bread. Our people will spend the bread if it's from a trusted source, and we the three. You know what I'm saying? Well, especially shout out to KSRT and the homies, all other techie homies. We gonna do it. It's just time. It takes time sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It takes a little time, but we gonna get there. We getting there.
And with that being said, I'm going to do my own commercial break. Well, tomorrow we will have that Valari Halo pillow review on 108 Dragons TV. Shout out to my brothers, the Iron Lords, for making that possible for me.
This bad.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Now,
first sponsored video. Let's go.
Let's go.
Listen, when they do get their act together, all I'm saying, COG,
talk to me.
You got to overcharge them for what they did to the Cold
Crush. Oh, for sure. For sure. We got to do it for all those that got started. Shout out to hip hop. He up in here. We got to do it for all those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's a lot of people they get, you know what I'm saying? The respect that they deserve. And now that we here, we're gonna make some corrections on that.
Good looking hip hop with that that message today. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, shout out to Megatron in the chat.
Shout out to Megatron.
You know what's up. Megatron know what's up. That's too.
My guy.
It's our time, brother. You know what I'm saying? We marketable. We are all marketable.
Yeah, we make this nerd stuff look good.
Exactly.
Let's be real.
Let's
see the title.
Tech nerds. I called up King the day after he did that hold or a couple days after. And even on this show that me and Kay do, that when we had our next show after that, I knew it. I knew when he did that. Let the deal go through.
Oh boy.
And it was really like that was the moment. And listen, like, we saw what was going on. We saw the fair weather people, whatever. We knew what was happening, and we was just like, all right, let them get it out their system. But then King came and did the speech with the hat and the cigar, and to see Aaron Greenberg,
bro,
with ponies on suicide watch like the skyscraper.
Oh man!
I've said this a million times, but I'm saying it because you did. Like that, it was a movement, and it encapsulated the whole community. And what I wanted to say, just on this rant, is just shout out to this whole gaming community in general. Like, you do not really see other creators sort of reaching out and being connected like the way you see that. And it's like, you know, whether it's the Iron Lords, whether it's Boom, whether it's Lemon, whoever, like everybody. I've never seen anybody on the and it's this like because I there's so many more Xbox, and I'm not saying Iron Lords is Xbox, but you know what I'm saying. The point is the community helps each other up, and you really don't have those people that's like, oh, I got this many subs, so I'm not rocking with you.
Yeah, facts.
And the meeting up at the events, and that's really they always talk about what's the identity of Xbox. The identity is community, right? So whether it is us doing what we do, whether it is the execs coming to podcasts where you don't see that on the other side, or whether they're doing something like wearing the Hold the Line shirt, things like that, is so important. But even without them, like I just shout out to the community in general, even with all the foolishness and all that, because
you gotta get out there, bro, with us.
Yeah, for sure. We gotta get you outside too, boy. Yeah. We gotta get you outside, bro.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you why I didn't go. This is a funny story, and I get a lot of shit for it, but I don't care, right? So me and the missus had just got back from DR, right? When the Fan Fest joint or the Summer Games Fest was going down, and shout out to Sycamore, he was like, listen, I got the link. And I got a +1 come through, right? But we went. I was like,
DR.
yo, no, it's not that I was in DR because I was back, but I was like, yo, I just got back.
I feel you.
I can't say that this is a business trip, and I'm not gonna sell this to the missus that I'm just going to Cali randomly on the weekend. So I'm like, if I go, I gotta bring the missus. I don't care. Anybody. People can say what they want. I don't care. So I couldn't go, but I wanted to be there. And then I told her about it, and she was like, "You should have told me." Because I mean, it wasn't like she wasn't gonna go. She was like, "I was gonna go, but it's not like it ain't nothing to do in LA."
You ain't leaving home without me.
There you go, man. You better around LA like that.
So I'm telling this story because it was like I didn't go. But I could have went if I just said something.
It's a movie.
So next year I will be there.
Both of y'all got to, man.
Yeah, man. So
I couldn't go.
I know. Both of y'all logistically y'all couldn't go. I understand.
My job was like, nah, you on call, drug test. Soon as something. My job is funny. They like catching people, but I don't do drugs anyway. But I'm on call, and what they do, they hit me today, and it was crazy. They hit me with my date. I mean, they hit me with the email today, and I'm like, I'm getting dressed. I'm like, yo, is this today? Because they put no date on the paper. So I called my union and said, yo, what? Because, you know, they don't play. If you turn down a test,
it's a wrap.
You done. You know what I'm saying? You come on vacation, you go to the window to check in, they be like, oh, you got to go downtown.
Yeah, you got to. You got to speak to them people about your employment status.
Yeah, listen, you're a CDL operator in New York City and you work for transit, that's what they do to us. You get random. So I was like, I'm on the phone with Megatron. He's like, yo, come on. I'm like,
I know, and I miss Max. He was there too. He was we didn't get a chance to build, but I saw him when he came on the day of the actual conference. And we're in the building, and he texted me, and I was like, oh, at least I saw him. You know what I'm saying? Because we was moving around.
And
but
he was on the phone. I said, you're not going to, And then I got to mess around and spend $1,300 to come back the next day because I'm out there in LA one day. Nah, man.
You can't justify that. I totally understand.
I said I'm not doing that.
I will say this, you know, like I said, I've been to the E3s and all that, and I get close. I do got to wrap soon, but you know, facts. I've been to the E3s, and look, nothing's ever going to match that classic feel. Nah. But
well, PAX can.
No, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
For us, though.
For us, exactly. You know, we do. But it's like, as far as the closest to feeling that energy with people in the same spots, and then the Fan Fest, and like everyone was saying, like to see Greeny and everybody use it as a rallying cry, and to see the execs bullish, and it was just a different type of energy, and just meeting people that you know what I'm saying, that you've seen all the time, but you've never, you know, I mean, you've watched all the time, but you've never seen them in real life.
Never built with them.
Yeah, you never built with them, and it was just super dope. So yeah, y'all got to come through. It's next year. A lot of people say, "Yo, we not missing out. We gonna be there," and they know. It was one of those.
I was
events.
sick, bro. Special. I was sick. I was sick. Yeah, I was sitting in the crib like,
You look
I don't believe this happened to me.
like, life happened first, bro.
But even if we was going to E3, I wouldn't have been able to go. I'd have had to cancel last minute.
Salute Joy in the Dark in the building. Salute.
Oh, facts.
Always right there.
I would have had to cancel E3 too. I'm like, all these months I've been home, you're gonna wait till this month to do this?
Yeah, you can't.
This week? Like, they was like, don't go nowhere. We're gonna give you an email. You just gotta show up. I'm like,
too last minute. Nah, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Look, let's wrap this up, man.
Yeah.
First of all, awesome 2 guests. Y'all, I'm glad to get y'all in this to the den, man. I appreciate you, Cog. We got to get you on Saturday. You too, Everborn. I already got your other half. Man. I wanted both of y'all at the same damn time.
You gotta do double shift.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
It's like what he going through is what I got to go through if AIDS ever hit me up. That's a double shift. The season and then IOP, that's a day.
Listen,
like,
man, well, we don't do 4 hours. I'll be like this.
Listen.
I come back and be like, they still talking? People still in here deep? I love it. Love it. Great success. So listen, Everborn, tell them where they can find you, what you got coming up next, man.
Listen, the first of all, it's Everborn Saga everywhere. PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok,
you like
Twitter.
Me.
Listen, the branding is on point. But the most important place you find me is everbornsaga.com because you know we do these comics.
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna get you to sign my books too.
Right. And listen, we got a sale going on right now where click on any one of the books, scroll to the bottom, and you will see a bundle where you get the entire collection. The whole selection, a whole collection, $50.
Oh.
That's all 6 chapters, 300 pages. And every book that comes from, because we handle the distribution too. If you order from everbornsaga.com, the books come signed. Straight up. So that's the whole thing in that. Did you order from everbornsaga.com or Amazon?
I ordered from everbornsaga.com and you sent me a letter in it. Said I got you. You forgot,
You're supposed to have the
Nah, that's why I told you if you go to Comic-Con this year, I'm pulling up. I want you something. That's why I said that to you.
This is the joint, right? I got the gold joint.
There we go.
Oh,
but everbornsaga.com, and we've been working on this book for over a year, and I've been selectively sharing out pages of this thing. When I tell you we leveled up this thing, we're gonna have the campaign starting later this year, hopefully in time for Comic-Con, because we put that application in, so we're trying to get on. And listen, this time we was in Artist Alley in 2021. 2022 we didn't get in because 2022 was wild, but 2023 we're aiming for the main floor.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
So put the put the whatever you put up, fingers crossed that we get in there, right? But we trying to aim the release with that. But on Saturdays,
yes.
So if you don't want to wait for that release, you go to Kay Asante's YouTube channel, right? And every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, we do the Gaming Circle podcast.
Fire podcast.
And this is not a podcast where it's a bunch of yes men like, yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes I will agree with Kay like in real life, but just argue on the show. No, but listen, because people don't come there to watch you
each other.
Yes, all day.
Yeah, I can't take that.
They come there to be informed and entertained, like King said.
Right, and informed.
So
facts.
You wanna we everything we talk about, we try to present both sides of the argument, and sometimes I'm doing devil's advocate because it's not interesting of just people agreeing. So we do debates, and then we have guests come on sometimes. So right now the current debate is why the ROG Ally is better than the Steam Deck. But
this campaign is real out here.
He said early,
right? So that's just what we do, and sometimes it goes 3 hours, sometimes it goes 4 hours, depending on how much smoke there is. We're getting ready to do a segment called Everborn's Conspiracy Corner,
Oh, that
So
is
setting
made
that
to
up.
be set up. Yes.
So
Long overdue.
yes, that is coming soon. And Cog, we got to get you on for a VR show, but maybe
Oh
we
yeah, for
wait
sure.
until the Meta
Until
Quest 3.
that we
But
re-up when the
I
3
mean,
drop.
well, do we have to wait till it drops? Because I
I
know you
mean, but
got,
we can get,
you
we can get
got the
some
up.
early, discussions, some impressions and things. We'll
This is
talk.
what
We'll
I'm.
talk because I'm
Okay.
already doing things that I'm not supposed to be talking about.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
So we'll talk offline and we'll
Hey,
figure something out.
Cog. Got you. So GCP Saturdays.
Nobody saw that, but Cognito
everborn.com.
though.
saw that.
Nobody saw that.
Trying to get the brother
just
out
us
of the
here.
new. He trying to get the brother out of the new job.
So,
Uh,
and then obviously Wednesday I'm on Primetime Gaming with Boom and Mag and K also and the whole crew. So that's where I'm at.
all
And I'm
right.
on the ROG Ally.
Yeah, you on the ally? What's up?
Ally Alliance, stand up.
Let's go, Alliance. Let's go.
Well, this man needs no outroduction, if that's even the word. I don't think so. I think I
like
just
that.
made that up, outroduction. But this is my brother, man, and I always say this when I talk to this man. He always gives me good advice. He's always there for me. The Iron Lords in general, my guy hip hop. These dudes is family. We love being out in the streets. We love socializing. But this dude right here, something special, man. And he goes out here and he networks with the people you may not like, the people you agree with, the people you think is suspect, and just generally good people, man. This guy is a people person. I've never seen one person be liked by so many different groups of people with different backgrounds, different beliefs, and they all flock to this man. So Cognito, man, it was a pleasure. And let me say this to both of y'all. I respect both of y'all as podcasters, as individuals, as people. And I'm gonna say this. I don't bring nobody here I don't rock with.
I know that's a fact.
I don't bring nobody. If I think you wanna like Everborn, you wanna just say, yeah, Lemon, you're right. No, don't be that guy. Be your own man. But just be your own man. But I respect both of y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I appreciate y'all. Cog, let them know what you got going on, man.
Salute 108 Dragons, salute Everborn. This was fun, man. Like I haven't had a good like tech nerd talk in a while, like with just some techies. You know what I'm saying? Just people that love tech and appreciate what's going on. Salute to the Ally movement that brought us together on this fateful day. Right? It was a real good discussion from the pros, the cons, and the potential of this device. 1 week after, it was a lot of fun. I love what you're doing. Track 108, bro. I'm super proud of you.
Thank
Keep
you.
rising.
Appreciate
The potential is tremendous. And Everborn, you already know how I feel about you, brother. Like your entrepreneur spirit, what you do, and for the culture to see you grow now with Gaming Circle and K. I love that little 1-2 y'all got going on. And then look, this brother is writing tremendous content right now. If y'all don't get over to everbornsaga.com, and I'm put it in the description, it's just high quality. And the brother making a game too, so don't sleep. This is
Two games. We got a 2D platformer and a 2D beat 'em up. We doing all of the 16-bit era genres. Is what we doing all inside the Everborn Saga universe.
Brother, super talented, talent personified. Always love hearing his take. And his Sega love and conspiracy theories are hilarious. So salute to you on that.
Sega next.
You already know. And for me, you already know every Sunday, the Lord's Day chat. Catch me with my brethren, you know what I mean, on Sundays, 1 p.m. Eastern. If you want that Xbox exclusive content, catch me on Define and Duke, my bro, Mr. Matty Plays. Happy birthday, Mr. Matty Plays. His one day today. Salute the Lords of Gaming.net, my brother Gene. You know what I'm saying? His birthday and the team. Salute the Lords of Gaming. Salute the Last Word. I do a Destiny podcast. I'm all over. But yo, check me out on social when you get a chance at Lord Cognito. And again, another Dragons Den, man. Good to be here. I know I don't get outside like I used to on guests, but I had to make this one. My brother hit me in advance.
Yo,
so he the one I got it for this month.
Because first of all, we outside. We out there spending
that
bread. We out there doing what it do. I had to get the right people to talk about it. I didn't want nobody to bias. I didn't want. I wanted somebody that has both. I don't have both. So I needed a different demographic because y'all can explain things to me. Me testing the Steam Deck last week or week before last for like 4 days. My homeboy wanted his stuff back. So I had to do. I'm around the clock working. But man, thank y'all, man. Like I said, chat, y'all been awesome. Whether you watching now or you watching later, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Listen, man, we got Dragons Den once again this Saturday. We got that Valari review tomorrow. Woo! We working, man. We working. And I just love to do what I do. And these brothers is the same, man. It's passionate guys doing passionate things, man, and giving y'all what y'all need to hear. Not y'all want what you want to hear. That's a couple of my man bars right there. Yo, listen, everybody have a safe night, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. We will see y'all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.